Another week, another trading cycles video. We are now in week 49 of the year 2023. Christmas is just around the corner here and the year is almost over. My name is Eric, as always, and before we continue here, make sure that you like and subscribe if you haven't already. So if you like our videos, click the like button, get subscribed, hit the bell notification icon so you get notified when we upload next. That's weekly, usually. And if you have any questions, leave those in the comment section down below, and we will try our best to answer you. Or if it's feedback, we will definitely integrate it into our videos. Before we move on even further here, do keep in mind we do not provide financial advice here. All the content that we share is intended for educational purposes only, and always trade to price and not a prediction. Let's see what has happened this last week and what might happen this upcoming week. Are the markets gonna turn? Well, we'll see. What do you have to say about the market events here, Urmas?
Well, yes. Hello first.
Hello,
I
yes,
think
of course.
we have seen some strength still in the markets, and obviously I might have had some confirmation bias myself there maybe a week ago. I did expect corrections to start already. We saw some signs there, but obviously there were some signs that were pointing to the other side as well, and I kind of left them unnoticed because of my confirmation bias. Yeah, so it's so easy to fall into that trap. Obviously, if you don't watch yourself. All right. So basically, we had a quite strong week. There were some ups and downs, but Friday did end up very strongly, and that did decide the week as well. So, and we are in bullish territory at the moment. Yeah, so that was already on our charts for quite some time. Yeah, so we did see it in advance entering this week already. And obviously the same was confirmed last week by the seasonals. Yeah, so seasonally we were still in that bullish period. Yeah, all right. Now what actually happened? So this is an hourly chart on S&P 500, and well, Monday was a bit weaker. Tuesday did pick up some strength there. Then Wednesday, Thursday were quite weak. Thursday did end up strong, and Friday was even stronger. Yeah. And if we do look at our statistical model here, that did indicate basically the same pattern that played out. Okay. So and the seasonal strength period is now starting to fade. Okay. So that's now Q's prediction as well that we had last week on there. So that's about the same, showing the strength. Okay. 50-day moving average did get to that top part of the chart. Yeah, so we are in the red zone now, over 70%. And 200-day moving average is moving to that direction. Yeah, so at the moment that's 62%. Yeah, so there is quite good strength, obviously, but not in extremes. And for 200-day moving average to get to those extremes, it takes quite a lot of movement there. And obviously we have seen that lately, but it doesn't always reach that far, as you can see from the previous times. Yeah. So if we do get there, then the chances of market turning are getting even higher. Yeah. That's a bit stronger indicator than 50-day moving averages. Right. Now new highs, new lows. We did see obviously the market rising, but there hasn't been so many new highs anymore. So that is fading as well. So the strength is kind of fading, but we'll see how long the momentum will last on the market. Yeah. Okay. Now sector-wise, we did see quite a lot of strength across the board, except communication sector. Yeah, and energy was quite weak as well. Yeah, the strongest was real estate this time. And overall monthly performance, real estate did get to the leaderboard there. and weakest is still energy so far. Yeah. Fear and greed index stays almost on the same level. It was 68 last week, and now it's 67. Yeah. Okay. Our aspects are basically indicating that there might be some changes coming, but when we look into the specific aspects here, then I'll go through them now one by one. So today, on the 3rd, we have Venus squaring Pluto, and that, if we compare it to the price movement of spiders, yeah, SPY, then we saw that this did indicate to quite strong movement to the upside, which happened last week, yeah, just before the culmination of this aspect. And now moving forward, after it culminates, then we see some sideways movement, and then by the end of month or second half of the month indicates to a downside. Okay. So these are things we can fine-tune our predictions with, and see where it might take us, because obviously that's an addition to the seasonality, which is good, because seasonality is every year the same, basically, but those aspects will take place in different times. Yeah. So that's if they do support it the same way, then we can get some confirmation there as well. Yeah, hopefully not the biased one, but yeah, that's how we fine tune them. And now the same indication comes from Venus entering Scorpio now, which will happen tomorrow. It does indicate quite strong upside movement, and up until the 10th or 11th, and after that it starts declining. Okay. And also Venus trine Saturn, that aspect will take place next week as well, on the 5th, I believe, on Tuesday. But obviously the turning point is usually before culmination, yeah, so it starts moving to the upside again. Yeah. Okay. So all of them are or were indicating as well that last week should have been a bullish week, and this bullish movement could still continue for a bit. Yeah. Okay. And same comes from Mercury trine Jupiter, which is taking place also next week on Friday. And that indicates the market to be rising until the culmination of this aspect. And after that, it points quite sharply to the downside as well. Okay. So that's the probability. So it's very high probability, 99% to the downside afterwards, yeah, after this culmination on Friday. Okay. So yeah, this is the situation aspects wise, and this is just an addition. Now, if you look at the black box model of the US markets, we did also see very strong upside week, and there is some sort of correction coming after next week. Yeah, so basically just slightly going to the downside. Yeah, but still the upside pressure might be still on there as well by this model as well. Okay. Seasonally, well, obviously these are more robust indications, and with those we can't fine tune that well, as you have already noticed. Yeah, so obviously that gives us an idea where the market might be heading, but not always that accurate. Yeah. Okay. And our decade or 60-year cycle did end up being diverted last month. So basically, when we did turn it around, then we can see that the actual price movement was quite accurate, according to this prediction that we had put up there a month ago. Yeah. But unfortunately to the wrong side. So that's something that happens quite often with cycles. Yeah, that's something we need to bear in mind. They might get inverted and sometimes, and there's nothing really we can do about it. We just need to be careful and watch what the prices are doing. Yeah. Okay. And if we continue with that inverted cycle now to the December as well. So that line is now in front of you as well. Yeah. All right. Mars cycle is pointing to the downside as well, but the lowest part is just before Christmas. Yeah, so there is still time for that cycle to start working. Okay. And Mercury cycle is also pointing to the downside as we have another retrograde period coming or starting on 13th of this month. So there is usually a tendency for markets to correct during those periods. So about 3 weeks, it does move so to say, backwards, and that tends to affect markets as well quite often. Okay. Now, technical picture is obviously about the same. So when I look at the S&P futures here, basically that kind of made that channel more clear. And when I measured that width of the channel and put it up here, then we still got some movement to the upside, possibly ahead. Yeah. So we haven't reached that top just yet, but if you look at the live view now, so basically there are so many levels there to reach. Yeah, so if we break those resistance levels there, then we still got a couple of tops there, and the major top was obviously in the end of 2021 and beginning of 22, yeah, just before that decline started. Now these are the levels to keep in mind still, yeah. Okay, but first to get there, we obviously need to break those ones. So let's see if we can do that or not. Yeah, so possibly we will break that first one here, but the next one, well, we'll see. We'll see next week then. Yeah, all right. And S&P is kind of lagging behind because Nasdaq and Dow Jones have already made new tops short term. Yeah, so we had very strong movement to the upside actually last week on Dow Jones. So there were 2 very strong days, yeah, last week. Okay. So, but there is also resistance obviously coming for Dow Jones as well, yeah, at the level of 36,578 at the moment. Yeah. All right. So still some room to grow. Okay. Now let's get back to our charts here. So, and also that harmonic patterns graph that I did adjust it a bit, but obviously if it does start to decline, we might have another pattern as well playing out, not only the sharp one, which we covered last week, but there is a chance that it might be 5.0 pattern as well, which might decline to the 50% of the last leg and then start the strong upside move from here. Yeah, so these are the scenarios. Yeah, so there might be either short-term or long-term decline after that if it plays out, but obviously they're not always working. So that's a bit a matter of interpretation there. But still, that pattern is in play indeed at the moment. Yeah. So let's see if it turns to be true or not. Yeah. All right. Now next week, seasonally, we have some room to grow still. Yeah. So it is pointing still to the upside on spiders, and same for Qs as well. Yeah, but not that strong for Qs. Okay. And statistical model is also showing that there are some green days still ahead next week. And although we are now in that red zone already, so seasonally, it's already pointing to the downside. Yeah. But I think the week after will be quite important in regards. So that's more to the downside by the looks of it. Yeah. All right. And what else? Now in macro view, GDP for the United States was very strong, stronger than expected, 5.2. And Eurozone inflation did fall as well, quite a bit, so 2.4 now. So the actual target of 2% is not that far anymore, yeah, by the looks of it. So we're almost getting there. And what else? Then core PCE did stay on the same level. What else? Their manufacturing index has been on decline, so that's still on the negative side, yeah. All right. And next week, what we will see is non-farm payrolls and unemployment rate coming out on Friday. Yeah, so these are quite important to keep an eye on. All right. At the moment, the prediction is that it's going to stay on the same level at 3.9%. Yeah. All right. Good. So let's get back to the charts and let's see what might be ahead on the other markets as well. For S&P, there's turning point on Monday on the 4th and one on Friday as well on the 8th. So the 8th one might be a bit more important. Okay. Looking at gold market now. Yeah, gold has been very strong, and we do have our turning points now on the chart as well for a new month. So we had one turning point on Thursday, the 30th, and that did move the market to the downside a bit, but then we had another turning point on Friday, which did turn it around again, yeah. So Friday was very strong for gold market. The next turning point is coming up on Friday the 8th as well, yeah, for gold. What else? Bitcoin has now started moving to the upside again. And as we have told you before, it was on that bearish period and it did hold back the price movement, but now when it's over, it started to rise again, yeah. So that's how it works, yeah. So there's still some upside to see ahead for Bitcoin, and I'm quite positive in regards now. Okay. What else? I'm not sure if we covered the dollar index in our weekly overviews as well, but we did point out a month ago or so that there is going to be a turn on that market, and that indeed happened. So it's been on decline since then. So we are not covering it always, but we do keep an eye internally on those as well. Yeah. All right. What else we have here? So VIX index is obviously on its lows again, so no panic at all there on the market. It's all good. What else? We did point out a couple of stocks as well that we're keeping an eye on. There were some interesting patterns playing out. One of them was EGHT, so that was a bullish pattern, bullish flag actually, and we are still waiting for that entry to be reached, and if it goes that far, then it should break out even further, yeah. And same was OSCR. Obviously that one is still playing out as well, so it's not has not reached entry point just yet. Okay. And to the downside, we had Head and Shoulders on no, that was Head and Shoulders. Oh, sorry, VRTX. Yeah, we had a bearish flag playing out here, and we haven't seen that entry yet, or did we? No, we did see. Yeah, sorry. We did see entry to be reached, but it's been moving to the upside now. Yeah, so we're still waiting for it to turn around. Yeah, or it's gonna enter or hit the stop here. Yeah, all right. And what else was there? There was one more. Yeah, ACIW. So that is a divergence play. Yeah, so we just are waiting for it to go below that 25.41 point, and then if it goes, then it might go in further. All right. So the next support is down here around $20 mark. Okay, so that's the situation, and there are some divergences starting to play out. So we do see a bit topping out on some markets already. So if we do see more and more of those divergences starting to appear, then we will get some more confirmation as well that market might start turning soon. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and yeah, that's about it, I think. So next week we should get another market signal as well. Last two ones have been pointing to the upside. We shall see if the next one is going to be to the downside or again to the upside. So we shall wait and see, and obviously we will keep you up to date in a week's time. All right.
All right, yep, we'll do that. Thank you very much, Urmas, as always, and thank you for watching and listening. If you haven't already, get subscribed, hit the bell notification icon so you get notified when we upload next. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions or recommendations, those go in the comment section. Let's see what the week ahead brings us, and we shall see you next week in the next video. Bye-bye for now. Have a good week.
Have a great week. Yes. See you next time.